Representative Bruce?
Thank you. I have read the bill twice. The more I read it, the more I dislike it. I would like to have the opportunity to state at the microphone why I don't think we need 5,000 more illiterate peasants in Colorado.
Representative Bruce.
Doug Bruce, anti-tax crusader, Mr. Tabor himself.
How dare you?
This is a problem that Mr. Bruce has had for a long time. He simply cannot take responsibility for his own actions and is always looking for someone else to blame. But all these problems he has created for himself.
Greed is something Douglas seems to understand. This inexplicably effective lawmaker ended up going to jail for, surprise, tax evasion.
Former Colorado state lawmaker Douglas Bruce.
Yeah, court records show he owes the city of Cleveland, Ohio, roughly $21,000 in property taxes, and he failed to show up for a hearing on code violations for property he owns there. Bruce denies it and says some of his recent troubles are nothing more than a political attack.
Guy Douglas Bruce was a businessman who had an idea: put a cap on the amount of tax revenue the state government can keep on a yearly basis.
Liars lost, the people won.
It alters the course of Colorado history.
Doug Bruce has been incredibly influential in the state of Colorado. We don't get to benefit from any of the advantages of growth. We have underfunded schools, unaffordable higher education, student debt that is just crushing people.
We certainly don't have enough money for our transportation infrastructure. We're going to strangle ourselves on our own growth.
If I said to you, I think the legislature should be able to fix the School Finance Act next year. In 49 other states, that sounds like regular, everyday operating procedure. In Colorado, that's actually radical politics.
Example, spending for K through 12 education. Colorado has dropped below Mississippi.
Experts also say it's noteworthy that since 1992, no other state in the nation has adopted this same model.
What about your hemorrhoids? The public has a right to know.
And while the former lawmaker admits to taking your phone, a lawbreaker, he says he is not.
There is no such crime as assault on an iPhone. Idiot.
And Bruce faces a municipal assault charge. This could also affect his June parole revocation hearing. Now, if convicted of violating his probation, he'll face more prison time.
Somebody apparently dropped a dime. I can't prove it was Mr. Southers personally, to get a violation of probation hearing, to further discredit me. Why? Because Southers and the new members of council want to propose a tax increase, and they want me out of the way. It's crystal clear.
Several violations of a probation sentence may land tax activist Douglas Bruce in jail amidst a potential campaign to alter the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, a law he helped to write. Bruce claims he is innocent, that he's a political prisoner, but a Denver district court judge has ruled that he violated 5 different conditions of his probation. Is this situation a big deal?
It's a big deal only because Douglas Bruce is a criminal, not a political prisoner.
People would be very foolish to say that civil rights just has to do with benefits to black people, Hispanics, blacks, Orientals, whatever. The government wanted to punish me because I wrote the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, which limited government's ability to take away our money.
And by promoting smaller government, Bruce says he's become a political prisoner, which is meant to destroy his credibility.
Well, Martin Luther King and I are both freedom fighters.
That's what,
That phrase came up with when Bill Clinton got caught committing perjury and engaging in sexual abuse with a barely legal fat chick. And that's where the phrase came up. That's moveon.org. That was the Bill Clinton defense.